Silver Knight Shield. That's a pretty rare drop. When you're trying to get it, anyway. When you're not trying to get it, you'll get it every time, because that's what these games are like. Well. Fist of Justice. See you later, buddy. So, I believe it is this questionable fireplace. I wonder which one the mimic is. Is it the one with the phallic chain that's nothing like the other chains? I can hear a knight moving around through the wall. So the Occult Club. It is a godsend for the fight against Gravelord Nito. It's a godsend in the Catacombs to begin with, because if you don't understand how the Catacomb mechanic works, the Necromancers bring skeletons back to life, but if you kill them with a divine weapon, they can't do that. Whoa, that's the guy I could hear moving. Where did you come from? No. Take it, bitch. Oh, it's because I hit the bonfire. I get it. It's an invader! No, it's a pot. So what else have we not discussed about Dark Souls 3 that we probably should? That is the question. Are we fast rolling yet? No. But we ain't fat rolling, so I'm happy about that. So the Royal Sentinels of Anor Londo, an enemy I like a lot when they're not trolling me. Like that. Or that move, which I tried to go to his left, like at 11 o'clock, but you can't do those quad rolls in this game. We talk about remakes all the time, don't we? Remakes are a great thing. Remakes are a terrible thing. All depends on what part of the divide that you sit on, with your opinion of them. I think the wrong games are getting remade. I think they've picked a lot of good ones, but they've also picked a lot of bad ones. To me, I would love to see something like Demon Souls remade. That way you've got every single Souls game available to you on something like a PS4. I would like to see Demon Souls go multi-platform. You know, I would like to see another Demon Souls. I would like to see Demon Souls made in the Dark Souls 3 engine with all the improvements. I think that would be an absolutely fantastic game. I think it'd piss off a lot of people that want it to just be raw, remade, just make it prettier, but it's so easy to just make shit prettier instead of making shit different. I would love to see this get remade with the engine differences that Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 have introduced. So the 8 direction attacks and stuff. I think that would be great. So that's Wrath of God if you've never faced it. And these giants are incredibly fair with it. If you fight a human, he's never going to cast it that slow. But the only thing you need to know about that spell, if you're new, is that you can roll through it. And you can roll through it with a mid-roll of all rolls. So learn your timings and punish that spell, because it's not as good as it seemed to be when it first came out. You already knew that, so I didn't need to say it. But this is for the people who stumble across the videos. And it was beautiful, right, guys? Remember how in the last video I was responding to one of my subs who didn't think that anybody would really be watching this particular kind of playthrough who was new? I received a comment the very same day I'd recorded that video from a new player asking a question. Like, just goes to show, it's kind of amazing that there are still people experiencing these games, you know, for the very first time. And I find it just awesome to think that there are people doing that, because I think these are some of the most underrated games ever made. So we've just upgraded that a little bit more. now we need to modify. We need to go to this. So this is going to change upgrades. You can make the lightning spear a +10 spear if you want it, or you can make the occult club a divine club, and that's what we're going to do. Because when you undo ascension, that's what that turns into, and that is now going to be our weapon for getting rid of skeletons. It's a super cool tool, and I'm really glad they've had that as a feature. Because in Demon Souls there was blessed weapons. I don't think there was divine. I could be wrong though. My upgrade knowledge in Demon Souls is lacking. That game has all kinds of shit. Spider Stone, Mercury Stone, fucking lethal, fatal, spiky, sharp, dinky, donkey, crushing, blazy. Like, so much cool stuff in that game for being very specific. And I really appreciate that. And I just never messed with it too much. So we've just got that for Catacombs. Shall we do Catacombs? Let's get our father's mask. The mask of our father. One thing I'm super curious about in the new game is how much pandering they're going to do to certain community memes slash, you know, associations. Because in Dark Souls 2, there is absolutely no reason for Havel's armor to be in that game, but they put it in anyway. So, do you think they're going to do the same for Dark Souls 3? Do you think they're going to have something like that? I would have preferred it if they'd have made Havel's armor broken. So, it would have been a degraded version of the armor. It could have still been really good armor. I'm not saying, you know, shit on the stats or anything, but just make it different. It could have been really, really interesting. But they just copy-pasted it and then it became its own thing. I don't know. I don't know what I would like to come back. I would like the masks to come back, but I would like there to be more of them. I think the idea of masks is a really cool idea. Forgot about you, sir. All kinds of different masks giving you all kinds of different bonuses. Like, I'd like to see a Mephistopheles mask. That'd be cool. There's a lot of things I'd like to see. Because I think the Mask of the Father, the Mask of the Child, and what have you, they're not inherently bad items. I think they're great items, actually. It's just they've been negatively associated towards this mid-maxing ideal. This idea that if you try to make a build that is exactly what it needs to be the best it can be, that you're somehow not playing the game in a nice manner. Which is a very strange way of thinking, but it's a way that some people do think. And a lot of it probably stems from the whole this discussion. But a lot of it is also this really profound, ridiculous notion of trying hard in games, which, to me, what's the point in playing if you're not going to try? I've never understood the try hard. Look at that. I don't know what just happened, Dark Souls, but you Dark Souls me pretty damn hard just then. And I didn't appreciate it. So, our friends the Bone Wheels, I hope these guys are back. Because I've seen a picture of the Bone Wheel shield. So, if the Bone Wheel shield's back, one would think that these guys have to be back, right? Is that not how that works? I can't wait to show you the skeletons in Demon Souls. My goodness, are those guys assholes. Oh, we don't have a light source. I just remembered. Oh, we did this last time too. The last time I came here without picking up a light source, and it's such a stupid idea. But it can be done. I'm just terrible at it. So we're already at the limit of the brightness. Look how dark this is. Goodness me. This is very scary. And I know there's a big old skeleton that's about to... where's it? You can see his eyes. You see him? I see him. Little scumbag. So... what do you think the giants were like before they looked like this guy? That's one thing I've always wondered. Another thing I always wondered, do you think this is an homage to that broken archstone in Demon Souls? You know, that was supposed to take... Wasn't it supposed to take you to, like, the land of the giants or something like that? Because everybody says it was going to be DLC, and it was going to be this, and it was going to be that. And I don't really know. That is a big fucking arrow, dude. Why you wound me? There's another big... I don't know where I'm going. I knew this a long time ago, but I've forgotten. Wow. Can I swing, please? I just pressed triangle to heal. That is not a productive use of my time. Where the fuck is that bonfire now? I can't remember. Oh, is it down here? Yes, it's down here. Yes, this is it, this is it, this is it. Aha! God, it's so hard in the dark, it really is. Especially when you've not been here for a while. I still remember the gist of this zone. And if I had the Sunlight Maggot Helm thing, I'd probably run through it as if I was greeting a familiar friend. But when it's dark, it's like anything. If you've ever driven in the night, it's so different to driving during the day when you're new to driving and stuff like that. Like, darkness is legit. Are you gonna give me a hand here, pal? Will patches make a return? Answers on a postcard. Do you think Rhea of Thurland's buddies will be down here? Because I didn't interact with them at all. This is all we wanted, though. Now we've got this. I'm okay. Oh no, they're here, they're here. Yeah, they're here. Pancake. Double pancake. Quarter pound cake. Half a pancake and a packet of shandy. Doesn't make sense, doesn't have to. Get dead, bitch. It's not a very good block. Oh, whoa, that guy kicked me at the best opportunity to kick. That was a setup parry waiting to happen, that. Can I hit you with this thing? Fuck you. That's what we're doing. He's only got force, you bitch. Take it! Give me that humanity. Okay, I can go back on our little casual stroll. You and me forever and ever, da ba do. A white titanite chunk. Oh, I forgot about you. I did actually wonder what that noise was. So you're going to do your little lay flat for me, or are you going to spin? So you notice how we're doing a little bit more damage down here? That could be a few things. That could be that this area is not as defensive against flame as the last area was, which is probably a massive factor here. It could also be that these enemies are bitches. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen these guys. These guys drop white titanite chunks. So that's useful if you want to get divine / occult weapons, but we've already got those, so we don't need them. That one was not as strong. So it seems like the R2 is the better choice. Slower but more damage. And I'm all for that Danny. You gonna trade? We did not trade. That was a counter hit. Look at the chunks. This is insane. I don't think I've ever seen these guys drop this many chunks. Then again, I've not killed them in so long, so maybe I have seen them drop that many. It's a shame the things in the Demon Ruins weren't so forthcoming with the goddamn chunks. That's if they're the people that drop them at all. And they might not be, you know. What can I say? I can't quite remember that resource. And that is a giant arrow. I haven't walked out here in a while. I always remember this area of this place because there's a lot of detail and you really just, you don't have to have anything to do with it. Which I always find to be interesting. That was a double arrow there. Always useful. Get hit by 2 strange giant skeleton men. Thank you. Can I just... No, of course I can't. Just swing, dickhead. Those arrows that track you down. Another thing I'd change if I ever remade this game. Stop it. He's pretty good with that bow. Hang on a second, isn't this like a courtyard full of big dudes? Is this the right way to get out of here? I have not done this in a while. Is this not an ember? I think this is an ember, you know. Trading pancakes, me and you, friend. Fucking pancake day. I think this is an ember. I missed. Why did that count as... Oh, it's because of the jump attack. Okay. That makes sense. Just have a conversation with myself. Makes perfect sense. Oh, whoa! Breakdancing pelvis. This place is so quick too, you know, if you know what you're doing here and you don't fuck about. Can I walk across this tiny bit here? No, you can't. You might be able to sprint it, I don't know. Like running on water. Nah, can you fuck? Sometimes you can get cheeky purchases on tiny gaps, but that's not one of them. Or if it is, I was doing it wrong. Questionable. Oh, well, there's Eye of Deaths. Are they for... Is it the Gravelord Covenant? You can also get them from the frogs, I think. There's a part of my brain telling me that that's right. Once again. Stuff I'd have to double check, because it's information that I've let slide through the many vaults of my mind. Oh, this is Pinwheel's room. Okay. Which then leads to the shortcut. You and me. Doing it like pros, fellas. Now we can see. What has he got to say for himself?
Oh, you... Well, let's just calm down. Talk about things. I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These temptations. You know what I mean, don't you? You and me, we're jolly undead outcasts, aren't we?
Yes?
Oh, brilliant. I had a feeling you... But,
What does he give you?
I...
Maybe you have to go back up into Firelink and see him. Or maybe it's when he turns the bridge. I think if he turns the bridge on you, you can get something. But I haven't messed with patches in a while. Is this not one of the most terrifying enemies in this game? You can already see the guy over there. You see him in the gap. That is one hell of a trade. And you should hear our buddy the Black Knight. Because he's going to be sounding like Mr. T on a treadmill. Once we traverse this. You hear him. And he will follow you. Because it's what they're programmed to do. He's there. There's also fire resistance, so my weapon is... That is a Demon Souls animation right there. Why are you not attacking? That was weird. But this is one of 2 opportunities to get a Black Knight Halberd in the game outside of the kiln. And we weren't very lucky. Not to worry though. Because we don't need it. We cannot die. We are already a legend. A man-made god. The covetous shiny, shiny ring of shiny. Alright, dude. I can remember when I used to be really scared of this zone. But once you learn it, like anything in any game, you know, you understand it so much more. And we can get rid of this useless trash now, hopefully. There we go, not paying attention. We should be okay. Might be a good idea to put some humanity on the bar, as much as I enjoy going in menus. Because we are a little low for my tastes. Crystallizado! Look at that. If only that was red. Then again, is there any crystal lizards in Izalith? Guess I've never really thought about that. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Can't remember. This is just winding me up, this. Like, here's a chunk. Here's another chunk. Please take our chunks. We love the chunk. In the chunk. It's been very racist. Doesn't this guy hide and go behind us? No, I thought he did. Right, boys. Yeah, don't play with the skeletons. That is the moral of that story. Then again, it's the moral of this entire zone, because the skeleton babies... God, those guys suck. Very good at farming, if you want to get farming stuff. For every other reason, I would recommend you stay away. So, Mr. Pinwheel, it appears that you're firing your chicken curry at me. I do not approve of this. I must crack you with my massive sword. How does this make you feel? Good. And 0 drop. Not a good start. How about you? You will feel the pain of my massive sword. Stacked an input, because why not? Can you do this? No, you can't. I feel sorry for Pinwheel. Or these Pinwheels, anyway. Oh, they're there. There they are, little scrubber babies. Ugly scrubber baby monsters. They're going to be spawned bang on us. Oh, we got the child. Look at him, he saw him spawn, the little shits. Once again though, nowhere near as bad as those plague babies in Demon Souls. Those are the worst. Just because the water mechanics on that game might as well just be a massive fuck you to the player. It's an incredibly unfair zone, that. Irredeemably bad. And no Mask of the Father. Oh, that sucks. Everything but the one we wanted. Typical, I guess. Pretty typical. I need to be... Shouldn't be doing this here, because those little shits are going to come and pick on me. albeit kind of slowly. So if you're wondering who the worst fight in the no damage run was, you're looking at it. Doing this, no damage, base level, was the most miserable thing ever. Because the run back it's too much. It's way too much. You're gonna scream, Nito. Where's your pals? There's the scream. There's the spike. There's the terrible timing from a player who hasn't played enough Dark Souls recently. Alright, big lad. This has got mad reach too, that move. How much damage are you going to do against you, friend? It's not the best damage. And big swing. It's enough damage, though. It's damage I can live with. You're going to do the big AoE thing? That's exactly what he's doing. That has a lingering hurt box as well. You want to be mighty careful. Is that the grab? No, that's the sweep. How many people thought that Nito... That is a grab, potentially? No? That's another weird sweep. Who thought that Nito was going to be like the biggest and greatest and scariest of the Lord Souls? Because I did. I was like, this guy looks cool as shit. This is going to be great. And then you fight him and you're like, what is this shower curtain with all the shit that like clogs the plug hole? Oh, whoa. I've never seen it from up close. Good job, dude. Get fucking dead. I'd like to fight a Nito in a good room with good visibility, with a good run back, where he's twice as fast. I'd love to see a Nito that could move and really mess you up. Like, imagine Nito with the movement of the Last Sinner, or the Lost Sinner, sorry. Now that's what I'd like to see, because I reckon that could be really cool. But as it stands, I don't know. He'd probably ride on a special bus, that enemy.